Hello, everybody. In light of this new coronavirus that is all over the media, there are a lot of people that are feeling afraid right now. A lot of people that have genuine fear around this situation are unsure of what's going on, uncertain of what to do, are hoarding resources, and all of this fear, all of this stress that's being generated is actually weakening our immune systems. It's actually causing harm to our health rather than protecting us from and improving our health. So I wanted to make this video to share two breathing practices with you. One that can help you to feel more relaxed, help you to reduce stress, and another one that can help you to improve your immune function. And there are many ways that we can work with the breath for healing, for improving our energy, for increasing more feelings of well-being and calm. We can work with our breath to stimulate our nervous system. We can use it to release different hormones, to improve circulation, and there's just so many physiological functions in the body that can be directly worked with through the breath. And I'm going to go a lot deeper into the breath in future videos, and me and my brother Michael are going to create a breathwork course that's going to go into the yogic practice of pranayama, as well as into some of the modern science around breathwork and what's happening around that, and several different techniques involved with those. So stay tuned for that in the future. But for now, I just want to share two breathing practices with you. So if you're on board and you want to participate, great. Get yourself in a nice seated position. You can sit on the floor with your spine straight. You can sit in a chair, or wherever you're watching this now, just try to sit with your spine erect. And if you don't want to participate, that's fine too. You can just watch, or you can watch and try them later. But I do recommend trying them out, because I really feel like the breath is this bridge between so many aspects of our being. We can work with our breath for our physical being, we can work with it for our mental being, emotional being, our energetic being, spiritual being, and it's sort of this tool that integrates all of these different aspects of our being, and one that we can work with to bring all of these into harmony, into balance, and into alignment. And so really there's so much power in this breath, so much mystery in this breath, and so many of us take the breath for granted. We take for granted that sweet life energy that comes in through our nose, through our mouth, and vitalizes our entire body, our being. And without this breath, we couldn't live, we couldn't be, at least not in this form. And it's something that people have very little awareness of. And so the main thing I would like to get across in this practice is just for you to have more of an awareness of your breath, and to realize this fundamental principle with the breath is that our state of mind and our state of breathing are directly correlated. So if you are feeling really stressed or anxious or in fear, you'll notice that your breath is really shallow. You're breathing into your upper chest area, and you're not really taking in full breaths, where as if you're relaxed and calm, then your breath is much deeper, and you're breathing into the lower abdomen, or ideally into your total lung capacity. And so if you are feeling stressed and you notice there's that breath happening that's really shallow, short, rapid breathing, then you can pause in that moment, and you can intentionally breathe a very deep, slow and prolonged breath. And that intention, that shift of intention to focus on a relaxed breath, will in turn make your mind more relaxed. And if for any reason you wanted to make yourself more stressed, then when you're relaxed, you could breathe in a really fast, shallow way, and it would have that effect. But most of us are dealing with stress, with fear, and with a lot of these issues, and so we want to bring balance. We want to counter that with a very relaxed breath. So the very first thing in this process is first just to become aware of your breath. So right now, close your eyes and just start observing your breath, noticing the breath coming in your nostrils, going out your nostrils. And don't try to change the breath, don't try to control it in any way, but just watch, just observe this natural process of breathing. Breath coming in breath going out. And the breath is this interesting bridge between our conscious and our subconscious, it is something that's voluntary or involuntary, depending on how we use it. And so we're bringing awareness to this often involuntary process, and soon we're going to be voluntarily working with this respiratory process. So just observing your breath, noticing the breath coming in, going out. And we're going to now focus on breathing in a more relaxed way. So first, you'll want to empty out the tidal volume of oxygen in your lungs. So just breathe out completely. And then take a full breath in through your nose, as full as you can. And you'll want to hold it for a few seconds. And then just exhale and let it go. And repeat again, full breath in. Hold it for a few seconds. And exhale, letting it go. One more time. It's a full inhalation in. Holding the breath, and this time when you exhale, try to make it really audible. Make a loud sigh. Use your voice. So exhaling. And that audible noise, using your vocal cords, helps to facilitate more of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Just more of a somatic response. There we go. So your body, when you use breath, when you use sound, it helps for more of a physical release. So focusing on just that slow, relaxed breath, you may already feel a bit more calm, a bit more clarity. And this is something you can do at any point in time, even while you're going about daily activities, while you're working, while you're with family or friends or whatever you're doing. You can always just tune in. You don't even have to close your eyes. You can just tune in, take a deep breath, and exhale. And you'll notice that you'll feel a lot more calm. You'll be a lot more relaxed. And so whatever's happening in the situation, if it's stressful, if it's something as chaotic as a global pandemic, or whatever is happening, just turn your attention inward to your breathing and intentionally breathe in these very calm, deep, and relaxed breaths. And if you're new to working with the breath, if it's something that's not very familiar to you, then another component to it that's very important is to try breathing into your abdomen, into your belly, rather than into your upper chest. Or you can also, you can focus on breathing into these three main areas of your breath, which are the lower abdomen or the belly, the mid-torso or the ribs area of your body, and then the upper chest. And so in pranayama, they call this the yogic breath or the complete breath. And you intentionally fill your lungs to their max capacity. And so you focus first on your lower belly, and then your side ribs or mid-torso, and then into your upper chest. And then you exhale completely, just releasing on the exhale. And what you're doing is you're giving your lungs the total capacity of oxygen. You're really oxygenating your body. And we have this, it said that 30% of oxygen goes into the belly, 60% into this mid-torso area, and 10% into the upper chest. And so if you're only breathing into your upper chest, you're really getting a very limited amount of oxygen into your body. And the brain utilizes a lot of oxygen. The body is totally dependent on it. All of our cells are dependent on it. And so when you are giving your body its full lung capacity of oxygen, then your body's going to utilize that extra energy, that extra prana or life force, and it's going to improve a lot of your physiological functions. It's going to make you feel more vital, more alive, and more energetic. And so let's try this practice again with a bit more awareness on filling our total lung capacity. And the reason why I say to hold the breath for 3 seconds or a few seconds is because when you take that full inhalation in, you retain the breath for a few seconds, and then exhale and release. That process actually stimulates the vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve is one of the largest, if not the largest nerve in the body, and it extends all the way down into our gut, extends to our heart, our many different organs in our body. And when you stimulate that vagus nerve, it's also activating that parasympathetic nervous system, which is associated with restoration, with regeneration, as opposed to the very engaged sympathetic nervous system that helps us to respond and react in dangerous situations. So let's try this again. We'll do 3 breaths and try to feel into that relaxed quality that comes from just filling your lungs with air and exhaling completely. So you can join in with me now, taking a deep breath in, or actually, my apologies. First, you always want to exhale the tidal volume in your lungs. So just whatever's there, exhaling, and then inhaling. So inhaling completely, holding for 3 seconds, and then exhaling. Holding and releasing. We'll do one more. Just fill your lungs as much as you possibly can, breathing in. Breathing in more at the top. Holding. And then just releasing. So I hope you can feel that release, letting go of that physical and mental tension with the exhale, and then that invigoration of prana, of life force, chi, oxygen, whatever you want to call it. There's this increase of energy that comes from that deeper, more nourishing breath. So that's just a very basic introduction to that practice, but it's something that you can do at any time. You can do it while you're scrolling through your phone on Instagram. You can do it when you're at work, when you're playing, when you're conversing with someone, and it's a really, really helpful way to stay grounded. If you're feeling stressed or your attention is too extroverted and you're being disturbed by what's going on in your environment, then you can just focus on your breath, tune in to your breath, and voluntarily control your breath to be more calm and more relaxed, and that will radiate outwards into your environment, and it will help you be more calm and relaxed regardless of what's going on around you. So the next breath that I'd like to share with you is a breath that helps to improve the immune system, and in all honesty, pretty much every breath practice, or most of them, help to improve the immune system because you're getting more oxygen into the body. And when your body has more oxygen, then all of your cells are more energized, your brain's more energized, and just all of your organ functions are improved. And so by taking those deep, nourishing breaths, it will help to enhance your total body function. But this breath specifically is very helpful for improving immune function. And it's somewhat similar to the breath we just did, although it's a bit faster paced and it's more prolonged. So we're going to do 30 breaths, 30 repetitions. Jumping spiders on my neck. So it's going to be 30 repetitions of this breath, and the way that it's performed is a full inhalation through the nose, so, and then exhalation through the mouth. And you can see I'm having some body movement with it as well, so it looks like that. So that was 3. We're going to be doing 30. And at the very end of the 30th breath, we'll fully exhale. So, and then you just close your eyes and feel into the stillness of your mind, feel into the sounds in the environment around you, and just try to feel into this inner quietness within yourself. And whenever you need to inhale, you'll take a full breath in, and then you'll hold that for as long as you can, or as long as you want to, and then you'll exhale that. And then you can repeat that however many times you'd like to, but typical practice, you do 3 rounds of those 30 breaths. So in this video, I'm just going to share 1 round with you, but if you'd like, you can continue on and do 3 rounds and feel how it affects you, how it affects your body, how it affects your mind, whether you feel more clarity, more peace. Yeah, so I think I've said enough. We can do this practice together. So we'll do 30 rounds. And I guess one more thing I could add is, depending on the environment that you're in, if it's really cold, you may notice that breathing through the nose, you might start to get like a slight pain in the cold environment. So in that case, you can switch to breathing through your mouth. And sometimes I'll do 15 breaths through the nose and then 15 breaths through the mouth. So it's really up to you. But the important part of the breath is that you're taking this nourishing breath in and then releasing, breath in and releasing, and your body's sort of going up and going down. You're utilizing some spinal movement with this breath as well. So let's begin. So first, exhaling the tidal volume in your lungs, breathing in and out. Breathing out completely and just holding your breath. Feeling that quietness, that stillness. Feeling inner peace, if it's there. That peace that's underlying all of the mental noise and turmoil. And whenever you're ready, you can breathe in completely. And hold that breath. Again, feeling into that stillness of mind, that inner peace, clarity. can exhale that whenever you're ready to. Taking a moment to just feel the effect of that breath. And at this point, you could begin another round, doing a second round, moving on to a third round, fourth round if you're ambitious. But feel into your body, listen to your body. If you're really new to pranayama or breathing exercises, then this one can be a bit much for some. Sometimes you feel a lot of tingling sensation, or some people get lightheaded easily. A lot of these things that can occur will change over time as you get more used to doing practices like this. But this one particularly is very energizing, very oxygenating to the system, and it also helps to stimulate a lot of the different organs that are associated with the immune system. And so that's why I wanted to share that with you. And so there is really so much that we can explore with the breath, and I look forward to exploring more with you in the future. Like I mentioned earlier, my brother and I are working on a course that's going to go really in depth into the art of pranayama, as well as the science behind what's occurring through a lot of these breathing practices. But for now, really, this is enough to begin with and to work with, especially with what's going on in the world right now. There's a lot of fear, and a lot of people are stressing. A lot of people are taxing their bodies with this anxiety and with this stress. And so really what is needed in this time is for us to relax, to focus on building our health, to focus on community, to focus on our family, our friends, to focus on our resources, and reconsider, where are we getting our resources? You know, if you go to a store right now, most of them are completely out of water, completely out of toilet paper, are low on a lot of food. And it's just because of this fearful mindset that people have, that they need to hoard all of these resources. But to me, it's really just revealed sort of the instability of this system that we have, the ineffectiveness of it. So many of us have given up our direct connection with nature, growing our own food, harvesting our own water, spending time outside even. We've given up all of these things in exchange for a very artificial life and a very artificial culture, where people provide our resources for us in neat packages and bottles. And it's becoming ever more clear how unsustainable this is, and how toxic of a lifestyle it is, how harmful it is to our health. And so I think this virus, what's going on in the world right now, I think this is a beautiful opportunity for us to reconsider the way that we are living, and to reflect on what our real values are. How is it that we really want to be living on this earth and in this society? Who is it that we really are, and who is it that we really want to be? So, getting off topic, I could go on and on, but I wanted to share these breaths with you. This very calm, relaxed breath is something that you can work with all the time. Becoming more aware of your breath is a practice that is really revolutionary. It helps you become more aware of your mind, your mental state, and can really bring a lot of consciousness to your daily life. And the last breath I shared for improving immunity, improving energy, vitality, and health. So I hope that you benefited from these practices. I hope that you continue to practice them in your daily life, and I hope that you will join me as I go deeper into this journey of pranayama, breathwork, and sharing these practices with you. So thank you for your time. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for being alive in this time, and I hope that you are able to get relaxation. I hope that you're able to feel love and to be a light to others in this time, because there are a lot of people that are feeling fear, and so I think that it's up to us that are aware and that are kind and loving to really reach out and to be a light onto the world. So that is my hope for all of us in this time. May you be more connected to your breath. May you bring more awareness to yourself. May you bring more health into your life and more happiness to your life and to the community around you. Much love.